Hey everybody, thank you for joining us here once again on the Low Fact Podcast. I'm Dave, here with my colleague and good friend Matt.
What's up?
And I don't know, I think we also talked about this before. And if we have, we're sorry, but we got to keep from trying to repeat ourselves. So I don't know if we answered this question before or not. And if we have, then we'll probably move on to something else really quickly. And even if we haven't, we'll probably move on to something else really quickly because that's just kind of what happens here. But the question that I had kind of thought about talking about today was like, should we expect total honesty from others? Or can we expect it? And should we? And I think the answer is probably a big fat no.
Have we talked about this before?
Well,
you mean in what context?
In any context, really. I'm sure if it's a context where it's total honesty would be unbeneficial, then of course not.
But I think if it's a good friend, like they're probably one would expect that your best friend or your somebody who's in your group of your small handful of friends, then I think you should expect honesty from that person.
Oh, not honesty, total honesty. Like
total honesty?
Just always telling you everything that's on their mind.
Oh.
Or, saying, oh, I got this problem and being able to lay out like a computer that, every fact, relevant, irrelevant, whatever is just going to come right on out. That's what I'm talking about. And that's why I think the answer is probably no. And I think there probably is a lot of agreement in our studio audience, which is us, that no, I don't think total honesty is kind of something that one should really expect, number one, and number two, I don't even think that it's desired.
Not if it's negative.
Well, I guess especially if it's negative, but what if it's truthful?
If it's truthful and positive, then
what if it's truthful and negative? Like what if someone's like, oh, I did something really stupid, didn't I?
Yes.
That's probably not going to go well. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, you're supposed to say no.
Or, no, it's going to be okay. Or, yeah.
I don't know if that's helpful, though.
Helpful in what sense?
Well, let's say you have some friends who are kind of have been friends for a long time, but maybe you don't talk to them all that much by virtue of people's lives or distance or what have you. And you reconnect with a friend and you talk to the friend and you tell them something that's going on, and then the friend isn't honest about you or something you've done. That's not very helpful. Isn't
it also really situation specific? Isn't the hard thing about our podcast at times is that we're trying to come up with universal answers, or no, not even just a podcast, but isn't it kind of tough that we as people are wanting universal answers to things that there are no universal answers to? Life being very much like the law,
Gray.
Well, the law is very, very, very super fact specific.
Yeah.
You could have two identical fact patterns and have one fact that is just kind of different be enough to change the outcome of everything. And sometimes it just seems like it's the difference between it was a person with black hair and it was actually a person with dark brown hair.
Right. Yeah, that could be important. I mean, that could change the person.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Or this person had a beard. Well, if that person shaves it off and no longer has the beard, and the only thing that you were focused on was the beard, even if you actually had the right person, but the only thing that you were focusing on was the beard, and the beard is now gone. So, well, how can you know?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, so that's kind of. I mean, I know we're probably not making too much sense here, but that's
what's new.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I don't think anyone should listen to me if they're looking for much sense. I mean,
well, we tell people not to tune in for answers, right?
Well, because there are no universal answers. There are answers that cover many situations.
I wish there were.
Well, the thing is that there always seems to be exceptions to stuff, and that's also kind of annoying. But on the same token, the same annoying thing is also very helpful.
Wait, but if you were expecting total honesty, then you would have to be totally honest about what you're communicating too, and who's totally honest in what they communicate.
Well, that might be the reason why you shouldn't expect it from other people.
You're not gonna give somebody like an objective analysis of something that went on. It's going to be from your perspective.
So unless someone
you're going to look like the good person in that scenario.
So what you're saying is, unless people sit there and do the objective thing.
Well, you would literally have to be objective, and you would have to lay everything out exactly as it happens.
Yeah, but how many people like that are there?
I don't even know that there's anybody like that. So, I don't know.
Well, there you have it. We don't know.
That's it?
I don't know that we could... All I think that we can do about this is talk around and around and around about it. And, the only reason why someone would do that is maybe because they're trying to use our podcast as a sleep aid.
Stupid. Are we done?